Well, here's where we are right now as of this morning. I've had 2 phone calls from Congresswoman McBath's office and Congressman Barry Loudermilk's office. I've also gotten a very extensive email from Congressman Scott's office about all the things that are happening on the national level. The message here is that we're all working together, and every one of them have one thing and one thing only they wanted to send to me, emphasize, is that they are behind us. They understand what we're going through down here, and they're pulling out all stops to try and move the resources from Washington down to the local level. The only thing I emphasized, I underscored to them is that this narrative about the test kits, we got to have one message. The bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have a shortage of test kits. I have no idea how many test kits are on their way, but I am confident about this. This is America. We're going to produce those test kits. And so we're going to go from a position of having to be very careful about using the test kits because we have only a finite number of them, to overnight practically having more kits than we know what to do with. They'll be stacked up. We have to have confidence in our national leaders. We have to have confidence in our state government. And we have to have confidence in your local leaders. And ladies and gentlemen, I have confidence in every one of those. We are all working collectively for one end and one only, which is to protect your health here during this public health crisis. So I want to reemphasize again, because it's so important that we have one message and one message only about public health. If you are sick, you stay home. If you think you have the symptoms, give it 72 hours to see if it's going to manifest itself. And then if you feel that the symptoms are going to lead to some more severe case, contact your doctor. Your doctor then has the means, hopefully, if not, we'll get the information to him, to connect, to put you into this healthcare system that'll give a control number, will allow you to come forward to a test site. I'm well aware that there are other private healthcare systems here that may have the test kits and may be setting up their own testing options. But I have not confirmed that yet. So in the meantime, go to your doctor if you think you have the symptoms and you're severe, heavy respiratory issues. If you're coughing, you have a high temperature, call your doctor. He will do the diagnosis over the phone and then direct you as to what he wants you to do with you. Once he confirms you have the virus, he will put you into the state care system, which will then direct you to the test sites at a certain period of time where your local health officials will call you to come to the test site. Do not show up at the test site. Do not show up at the test site. So all things considered, I think we're doing great. But we all know that as soon as the test kits show up in the numbers that we desire, we're going to find out that we have more people in the county with the virus than we thought. That is almost a guarantee. Why is that? Because we don't have all the test kits and we don't know all that's that all have the virus. So give this thing time. In the meantime, practice the social distancing, take all the measures that we ask. If you do that, we'll ensure that we level out the healthcare response. We do not want to have all these people showing up at the hospital at one time because you'll overwhelm the capacity, which may necessarily require us to declare a state of emergency. I do not want to exercise that option. That is an option that has serious consequences to everybody across this county. But if we take the measures that we've told you about here and stay with them, we will allow the healthcare system to adapt to be able to take all these patients on in a way that meets we do not overwhelm the capacity, and we can continue to run our lives in a way that, although different, it's a new norm, will still allow us to have the freedoms in some new measure to continue our lives here in Great Cobb County. So if you have any questions, I'm going to ask Ross here to put a number across the bottom of the screen here that you can contact. We've opened up the Emergency Operations Center. It's fully manned. Call them. If we don't have the answers, we'll get you the answers. In the meantime, stay connected to your representatives, whether it's the local government or your state representatives or your national representatives. All of us are working together from the Shame Street of Music, provide you the assurance that we're doing everything we can possibly can to handle this public health crisis. Thank you.